Today's Toy Spot, we are having a look at the Hasbro Transformers Robots in Disguise. One-step transformation Bumblebee. Bumblebee is a pretty good looking Transformer, though I haven't transformed him yet into robot mode. I gotta say his vehicle mode looks pretty impressive. The illustrations down below show you how easy the transformation is. It looks like you just fold the front and back of the vehicle mode together and you got yourself a robot mode. Is it that easy? Time will tell. Pictured at the top corner is an image of Bumblebee, which I think is the same image that they used for the Warrior class. The image also is carried over to the side of the packaging. The back of the packaging tends to get a little more boring. There's not really a lot going on. They make use of about 5 different languages. It's a cost-saving measure, and let me also say this too. It also usually means that Canada, and I speak from Canadians here, it also means that Canada a lot of times can get the distribution on these quicker. When you usually have multiple languages listed on the back, it means that from a cost-saving measure, the companies can just produce these a lot easier, and it usually means that we get these in stores roughly about the same time as the US. The side of the packaging also advertises the app, which I still haven't downloaded, but the app that you can scan the QR code featured on the front of the robot mode, and you can unlock Bumblebee. Now, what if you already unlocked Bumblebee? What would you unlock this time around? Maybe an owl. I don't know. I really don't know. Needless to say, Spot's going to take a break. I'm going to get this opened up, and when we come back, we're going to get a better look at the Hasbro Transformers Robots in Disguise. One-step transformation of Bumblebee. Don't go anywhere, guys. There's more heading your way. Stay tuned. Vehicle mode to Bumblebee looks really good, actually. Fairly clean. Some nice inclusion of paint in the front, which I thought they were kind of leave out. The black is missing, yes, on the top, but still, it's a pretty overall finished vehicle. The back will end up being the supports of the robot mode, but at least they put it and changed into like a thruster, so at least, you know, with the tail pipes included there, you're making use of a piece that would be there for transformation. He has big tires, same large size tires as some of the others. I would say the only thing is, as a small strike to the toy, is that it's not quite scaled. There's Bumblebee, there's Sideswipe, which I feel like they should be probably about the same size. And then when you bring in characters like Strong Arm, Bumblebee looks like he's a little bit bigger versus the other two. Bumblebee could have afforded to be a little bit smaller to fit into scale, but with the one-step transformations, really, you're going to be nitpicking scales. So I'll just move Strong Arm and Sideswipe out of the way. Transformation for Bumblebee is probably one of the more complex transformations for one step. It is still involving one step transformation, but components and stuff seem to move around a little bit more complex than the others. To do this, to accomplish this, take the front section, the front bumper, take the back tailpipe, and just kind of hold on to those areas, and then pull it down, like you basically want to be folding it together. And as you're folding it together, you can see how all the pieces start moving separately. The arms are separate pieces, this torso piece is separate, and the top, which is basically the majority of the car, is going to fold around to the back. The end result is a really successful looking Transformer. Now granted, the other thing you have to do too is take these sections here, flip them forward and back to give him something to stand on. Without that, he's not going to stand very well at all. He's not too bad. He has articulation in the arms, which is a nice touch. It doesn't really have any articulation in the head, and he's a little short and a little stocky, but you know what? He's a good-looking Transformer. Just to kind of give you guys a comparison, let's bring the camera back a little bit here. We're going to get Sideswipe transformed, and I'm going to put him next to Bumblebee. Roughly, they're about the same. Bumblebee's a little more, he's got a little more junk going on there. And let's transform Strong Arm here. And just get the back straightened up here. There we go. And you can put, I don't think I have that quite, there we go. There's Strong Arm right there. I mean, they're proportionately, they're about the same to one another. Bumblebee is he's got a little more junk going on to him. I think of the three, The more streamlined piece is Sideswipe. But transformations, though, I mean, all the pieces transform extremely easy. That's, again, the whole point of the one-step transformations. But Bumblebee might be my favorite one-step transformation. He has one step, so it's very easy for the kids to pick up and play. But I think for even an older collector to kind of get into, I can really appreciate the level of just care and work that they put into the piece just to have him transform. Once again, to transform him back, the one thing that you do have to make sure, though, is make sure that these sections here are straight. The reason why I say that is because when they're facing flat, you might find that the vehicle mode kind of jams. It doesn't quite close in the front. You can see like right there. So you want to make sure that this section is folded flat, and then to transform it back, you can again see how all the components move from one another. Very clever transformation. Suitable for kids, but I think adult collectors are really going to enjoy the transformation of it. It's complex enough to get me interested. It's also one of my favorites probably too, just because I like how complete and overall he is. And one thing you also might find is that the arm kind of gets in the way from time to time. But this could be my favorite one-step transformation. It's just really, really cool. And the arm, again, the only problem with the arm, sometimes it gets in the way, but yeah, I really like this Transformer. Today's Toy Spot, we were having a look at the Transformers Robots in Disguise One-Step Transformation Bumblebee. Just be careful with this arm, because the arms, yeah, do sometimes get jammed in the transformation, but yeah, really loving the transformation on these pieces. Stay tuned, guys. Spot's going to have more Transformer reviews heading your way. Thanks for watching, as you always do. I'll see you guys next time.